Hey, welcome to the channel, Hysteria Projects. I thought today we'd see and pull a couple messages, what's going on with the person that's on your mind. I think I'm going to do 4 from each, and then we can go in and start clarifying things. Hope everyone had a good day today. I know my day went pretty good. Okay. So, the person on your mind is definitely in this hermit mode. And when I say hermit mode, I'm not really talking about like physical isolation necessarily, but this person is definitely taking an inner look. They're introspecting here. Privileged brat under main male. So this could be somebody that you were dealing with that you felt was privileged or spoiled. Looks like they're going through some changes here though. So let's see. Well, they're changing their perspective about you, about sharing something with you. Maybe you have been very kind and sharing to this person. Maybe you've been very patient with this person, and it's making them look at you in a whole different way. I don't know how they looked at you previously, but you're giving them a changed perspective about something. Under this main male, it on the outside, they appear very happy, loving. They're celebrating. Underneath it all, they're a privileged brat. And I'm not saying that they are. Either you could look at them that way or they could look at themselves that way. That's what's being kind of hidden, okay? On the outside, though, it definitely looks like they don't want to come off that way. Interesting. So this could be somebody that wears masks, that care about how people perceive them. This person could have a bad habit of coming and going. They could have a bad habit of that. And that makes you put your defenses up. And makes you want to walk away, you know. Because you feel like your cup's not getting filled. So if you got just these empty cups, I mean, what's the point, right? Let me get one more. Okay, so this person could be aware of how they are as far as being in and out. I'm not sure what this person's addiction is, but they do see this as something that's hindering them in one way or another. I mean, this could be something that they love, but it's causing problems for them. I'm going to put that right there. They want to put an end to that behavior, to that mindset. They want to put an end to it. There's there's wish fulfillment here, okay? In the sense that you both are on the same page. Because we have I want only you. And what you don't see is that this person is growing. This person is growing. They want a new beginning. They want to take a leap of faith. They want to work with you. They want to transform whatever your situation is now into something that's more. But this person is, they still have these addictions. They're needing to grow out of this. I mean, they're in the process of changing their perspective. It's very much hermit energy, you know, very much kind of like, I'm not saying that they're doing the shadow work, but they're looking at a couple of the shadows, okay? So there's that. You know, you got to start somewhere, right? Yeah, you got to start somewhere to have a victory. It's never too late. So what does the collective need to know? What the collective needs to know is that every time you deal with this person, you deal with a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. But look, so this person, they see. They're wanting to come out of this energy. They're wanting to work on themselves. You know, what they've been doing has left them in a lot of grief and a lot of they feel like they're lacking something. It's almost like they have this void that they're trying to fill, okay? This person is working to do better, to grow from their past, to grow from the situations that are around them. There's a lot of conflict that surrounds this person, and this person does feel bad about it. Now, I don't know how bad they feel about it, but they do carry some sort of guilt. They don't want to be in this lower energy anymore. They don't. It's like when you know better, you do better, and they're learning better. So now they're wanting to do better. Does that make sense? um, they're, maybe this person is just growing up, maybe they're just, their old ways aren't, cutting it anymore. We all go through our phases in life and stuff. Maybe this person, whatever phase that they've been in their life right now, they're tired of it. They're wanting to start something new. And it looks like they do have their eyes set on you. They do have their heart set towards you. I mean, like I said, this person is, they're looking at their shadows. I don't know how much work this person has actually started to put in yet. So, I wouldn't say sit around and wait for this person. It's great that they're changing their perspective and they see you as, this very nurturing and loving person. I mean, we have the Empress and the Emperor out here. Y'all are a match. But if this person is still in this energy, this flighty energy, this in and out, this non-committal, this conflict and drama, and just not really, if they're still in that energy, Emperor, Empress, whatever it may be, y'all are not on the same page. So, given that y'all were on the same page, this would work. There would be a victory in this. And it doesn't feel like this is on you. I feel like you have been very supportive towards this person. You've been very patient with this person and understanding. So I feel like the changes that are needing to happen, it's on this person's side. Okay? And now we have fast here. So this person, when they decide to make this change, it could happen very quickly. It could. But until then, I'd keep, doing whatever you've been doing. It seems like this person is starting their path, though. And they're thinking about you. They are. They want to have something with you. They want to take a leap of faith. Let's pull a final message on this. You know what? Let's see. What would this person tell you? Before I pull a final message, let's see what this person would want to say to you. Spirit, what would this person want to say to the collective? You know that this person is starting their journey. It says, I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I was selfish and stuck in my ego. I realize all the mistakes that I've made. Yeah, so this person, they're looking at their shadows. They're reflecting. You're worth more to me than I let on, and I need to tell you the truth. Give me one more. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. So this person left you very disappointed. This person left you feeling very disappointed. Seems like they lied to you. They made you feel like you didn't mean very much to them, when in fact that was very far from the truth here. And this person does feel bad. They do. They do feel bad. Let's pull one of... Oops. Drop the cards. Let's pull one of these wisdom messages. I don't think I've used these in a while. Final message, please. Message of advice for the collective. Final message. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. If you love someone, tell them, because hearts are often broken by words left unspoken. And overthinking is the biggest cause of unhappiness. Stop getting in your own way. Okay, so I don't know, maybe you haven't expressed how you truly feel about this person. I mean, especially if they made you feel some kind of way, I could see how you would be, you know, steered away from maybe opening your heart up. But I do strongly believe that you will never regret telling somebody that you love them, but you will regret missing the opportunity to have done so. So don't be too hard on yourself. It seems like both of y'all really need to have a heart-to-heart talk. And maybe that's something that could happen once this person gets through all the stuff that they're working on within themselves right now, because that's really important. This person does need to go in and heal some things and take a look at some of their own actions and consequences and such. And, you know, we all need to do those things during certain moments of our life, and when things aren't going well, we have to reevaluate situations and people, you know. So keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. You know, if something is meant to be, it will be. Things have to align, you know. And if you're in this Empress energy and this person isn't, well, then you're not very equal, right? This person is trying to work on themselves, though. They are taking the steps. They do see something with you here. They do see some sort of victory here with you, especially if they can overcome these addictions, these things that kind of bind them up, whether that be physically, mentally, whatever it may be. These things have power over them, and if they can overcome that, then they can overcome anything, right? So nothing is impossible here. I'd say just, you know, be optimistic and be patient. Continue living your life, you know. This person needs to heal. So I hope this helped. Until next time. Bye.